Well, what's up everybody? Back again with another video. Haven't done one in a while since the Street Fighter video. I did this weekend go out and finally see Masters of the Universe. I loved it. Apparently it's not doing very well. I gotta possibly do a video on that, give my thoughts on that, but I don't know what you think. If I should, let me know. But I'm here today to talk about, of course, one of my favorite subjects, Godzilla. And I come across this last night, the announcement of Godzilla World, Toho's new Gojira cinematic universe. Yes, we are getting a cinematic universe similar to, I guess, the MonsterVerse from Legendary, but from Toho themselves. Introducing Godzilla World, Toho's new Kaiju cinematic universe, much like Legendary MonsterVerse, like I said. And, let's get into this. So let's see here. What is Godzilla World? Simply put, Godzilla World is Toho's version of MonsterVerse. Toho Chief Godzilla Officer Keiji Uta, I think I'm saying that right, revealed in April 2026, the studio plans to expand their Godzilla offerings by creating their own Godzilla-focused cinematic universe. Toho themselves are planning a massive expansion of the Kaiju creatives, specifically regarding new Japanese Godzilla movies and spin-offs, offering on a global scale. The massive new creative universe is being officially dubbed Godzilla World, not to be confused with Mario Kart World or things like that. And the project, which this new universe will encompass, is not going to be limited to live action films either. Now, this does pique my interest, and I hope it picks up where I think the MonsterVerse kind of failed in a lot of ways. And I don't want to even call it the MonsterVerse. It's not even really a MonsterVerse. It's just Godzilla, and they added like King Kong to it, and that's just what they've been doing. Is like Godzilla times Kong. I'm pretty sure it's Godzilla times Kong because people say Godzilla X Kong, but the X is a multiplication symbol, so that's what I think that means. That kind of drives me crazy too. But it piques my interest. Like I know people are pretty sick of cinematic universes. I think the MCU's kind of failing at this point. James Gunn's DC universe is not taking off like it should, and we have a failed like Universal Monster universe they want to create. But hopefully we can always rely on the Japanese to do better. But let's get back into this. So, Godzilla spin-offs. We know Godzilla World will include a variety of new Godzilla movies and spin-offs. It's suggested that these spin-offs will not be limited to Godzilla stories either. It will likely expand to encompassing other kaiju and popular monsters from established Godzilla lore. As new films are announced, we will list them below. Like I said, I think that's where like the MonsterVerse really failed, is that they didn't really expand on the actual MonsterVerse. It's just Godzilla, then we added Kong to have Godzilla times Kong, and that's about it. Then we got that terrible Apple show. Monarch is just too much human drama, and it's just a piece of trash, man. I tell you what. And new Kaiju anime. In addition to live-action production, Toho is actively working on expanding their anime project too, with a number of new Godzilla and other Kaiju-focused stories. In the pipeline, there will be plenty of new stories told through every medium. As new anime are announced, we will list them below. So we're into it. Godzilla World is still in its infancy, so as Toho announces new creatives for the new cinematic universe, We'll be sure to keep this page updated with the latest and ongoing projects. Check back often for new announcements, and this is from GodzillaMovies.com. Now, I know I haven't seen they had a few Godzilla animes they were on Netflix. I guess I'm watching, but I heard they weren't really that great. So I hope they, improve on the quality of those too with these animes. Like I've been enjoying like Kaiju number 8. I'm halfway through like the first season of that, and I'd like to get back into that. So. And like I said, I'm excited for this. I hope it's good. It's better than MonsterVerse. Like I was not a big fan of like the first one. So I got Godzilla 2014 on Criticalist here. Got a rad score. I give it like a decent. I just know it focused too much on the humans, and like Godzilla Minus One, that was like the movie I was promised with. I said with that movie, then I actually enjoyed Godzilla, the King of the Monsters, more than the first 2014 Godzilla, because I think the mistake though is they gave you like all his like big time rival kaijus and friends in one movie instead of expanding out, like doing the right thing and expanding out like kind of like the MCU, starting with each monster maybe getting their own movie, and then, or not even like introduce them in different movies, but in different Godzilla movies. And you missed your opportunity to like, you could have made like a Godzilla movie with each kaiju instead of throwing them all in one. And then in like the Godzilla X Kong, they had to like make up a new couple of new kaijus for him to fight, and instead of giving you, people, you wanted to, kaiju you wanted to see, like, Ghidorah, like even like a lot of people want Destroya or like Space Godzilla, which I believe we're getting Space Godzilla with the next Godzilla Supernova, which is set to come out next year. Yeah, other than that, I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I'm excited for more. More Godzilla is always good. More Godzilla is better than less Godzilla. So let me know what you think. Like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. See y'all later.